Hello everyone, it's me, Andrea. Today I'm here with a really quick share. All my clean up, wash up papers where I put on this spare paint. I quite like to work with it, and this one is full of watercolor, washed up, and a bit of acrylic ink, the silver one. And when I looked at this shape on it, I thought, oh, that looks like a little fly. I always see some shapes and stuff, and I thought, oh, I will keep it, and we'll see where it goes. And I started with this Copic marker, the fine, very fine one. The problem is the silver, the acrylic inks in silver on it. It gave me a hard time to outline it with ink pencils, and here I'm using the Pit pen, but it didn't work neither. So I used my trusty uni ball, and that works quite good. But even though it worked better, I went on. It wasn't very dominant, and it didn't pop enough in my eyes. So I'm going on then later or soon now with black acrylic paint, simple black acrylic paint, and that makes it much more visible. So this is a really short video, so that most of the times I have it only twice the speed. Normally when you watch my videos, they are really sped up, and here I have maximum four times on four times the speed. When there are parts, it would be too boring to have it too long. So on top of that, yeah, it looks a bit like a skull, doesn't it? So I thought that's the eyes, and afterwards I changed my mind because it looked a bit weird, and I wanted to have the little guy look more cuter, sort of. So rest of my white paint I use for shading here and there, and with the silver acrylic ink it didn't really work. You can't really paint over it properly, but so I go on with shading under the little fly, and I use a charcoal for that. That's Derwent charcoal in medium. Go around the little guy, and of course on the bottom, and that's it. That's what I do here. It's watercolor paper, so you see the rough surface when you go over it with the charcoal. Of course, it will strengthen, or it will stress out the rough surface. So on here, this is an China marker it calls, doesn't it? Yeah, China marker, to get a bit of white reflections here and there. So this is the purple ink I use. You saw me drawing in the other legs because this little guy only had two of them, and I gave him another pair so he could stand properly, and I used this acrylic ink to paint it in. And here I give him some eyes farther down. It looks much nicer, doesn't it? And I think this is a helmet on top of him. That's a helmet on his head to protect him. That's why I thought he looks like a little warrior. And bit of shading with a black acrylic, only because I had it left over, so I used this. And then I wanted to have something going on that little page, and thought this spiderweb stem from Impression Obsession would be okay. But I think the problem was that I couldn't really stamp it in properly partially. You will see it has, the edges are far too harsh, and I stamped it on both edges or in both corners, you will see that, and I didn't like it that much, so I went over with an acrylic ink again. This time it's from I will show it to you. Schminke it is, yeah, an iridescent, so it will cover a bit and smooth that out. That's much nicer, so you can see it here. So it's not that obvious. Much nicer, because my little warrior, he's fighting against the cobwebs. Yeah, and this is what I used actually. And that's it. And now I will show you what I do with it. I put it behind a frame and I will give it away. And now you will see some pictures, and that's all. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you like it, and I had a lot of fun making this little guy. I will see you next week. So stay tuned. See you then. Bye bye, guys. Have a nice time. Bye.